What's up? Good Friday Eve to you, everyone joining. Welcome to this edition of Let's Talk Houston Rockets late night style road version. Talking Rockets 121-110 win over the woeful Utah Jazz, but they competed. The Jazz competed. Rockets are now 48-26 this season. Utah is 16-58 on the season. Numbers in the game, real quick. Ti, thank you for chiming in. Yep. I'm disappointed in Texas Tech. I'm not disappointed. I'm surprised Texas Tech's offense is going to crap against Arkansas, but they still got time left and now want to come back down by 10. We're talking Rockets. 121-110 win over Utah, road win over Utah. Rockets 47 out of 101. Just 12 for 37 from three. 15 of 19 at the foul line. 51 rebounds. 26 assists. Only 9 turnovers. Utah, 43 for 79, 11 for 23 from three. Got mashed on the boards, 32 rebounds, 29 assists. So when they had the ball, they did a good job, but they just could not stop the Rockets. Rockets could score at will, stop being bored, and took their foot off the gas twice in the game. Alpin Şengün, 33 points, 10 rebounds, 11 for 13 from the free throw line. That's an aberration. Hopefully become the trend, but it's an aberration right now. Jalen Green, 21 points, 8 for 20 overall, 4 for 10 from three, 4 for 10 from two, 1 for 3 from the free throw line. Yeah, see that number there, that number that I don't like in the turnover column. Yeah, just 2. I think that was right. I typed it up, 2 turnovers. But your thoughts on it? Rockets did not put the Jazz away until late, very late. So your thoughts on it? It's a win. You just take it as a win and move on, or anything bother you? Issues? What do you think? WK, solid game for the most part, fair. But some guy named Andre, the opposite. We should be blowing these teams out by 40. The Jazz are terrible. But, I mean, they got guys who can score, if you let them. Good win. On to the next. And I lean toward, let's get the win. Rockets are going to the playoffs. They're getting closer to, getting clinching the 2 seed in the West. 64-52 in the paint. 30, 8 in second chance points. Just dominant right there. And it's 62 points in the paint, not 64. But it's a win. And I say that because teams like the Lakers tonight blew a lead, lost on a half-court heave by Josh Giddey, but it's still a loss. Lakers are up by 5 with 12 seconds left and lost. Take the win. Just be glad the Rockets won. That's what matters. Rockets won. Rockets 48-26. They still got a 2-game lead over Denver for that second spot. With the Lakers loss, Rockets are now 3.5 ahead of the Lakers and Memphis. Memphis also lost. Lakers and Grizz are 4-5, same record, 44-29. Clippers 41-31 in the 6th spot. Golden State 41-31 in the 7th spot. Minnesota 41-32 in the 8th spot. Sacramento lost 4 in a row. They're in the 10th spot. Lo and behold, in the 9th spot now, AD's back. Dallas Mavericks 36-38 and out of it right now with a record of 35-38. The Phoenix Suns. So 8 games left for the Rockets, 3 at home, 5 on the road. Just get the wins and move on. That's the bottom line. Get the wins and move on. Ayush, Jalen should be the one facilitating from now on in the clutch instead of Fred. Fred did not shoot the ball well tonight. It's the first time Ime benched Fred the last 5 minutes. Jalen played point guard. Played well. He did it down the stretch. Played well. The chosen one, how are you doing? Long time no see. How are you doing? But, the Rockets kind of took their foot off the gas. Played down to the competition. Did not keep the Jazz out of the paint a lot. Too much. But they knew Utah couldn't stop LP. They knew they could score when they wanted to. And that's what they did down the stretch and got the win. Let's take the win. You guys as the fans, Ime, we can talk about it, but the bottom line, 48-26. 48-26. 2 games up ahead of Denver for the second spot in the West. No way in the world did I think this year's Rockets would have the second seed in the Western Conference. Man, that is very impressive. Next game for the Rockets, Sunday at Phoenix, then Monday at the Lakers. Both those games are important for everybody. Phoenix trying to get in that play-in spot. Lakers trying to get that, at minimum, 4th spot, if not the 3rd spot. No. You're new to the show. I think Ime benched Fred. One of Fred's ankle flared up. His ankle issue flared up on him. I wonder if that's the reason why he didn't play him down the stretch. But for Draymond, WK, let's help Ayush out regarding this question. There's no also. Are you a Pistons fan? I am a Pistons fan. Period. I am not a Rockets fan. I cover the Rockets. My belief, you mean objectivity when you cover a team that you're not a fan of. I've been a Detroit Pistons fan since 1986. That ain't going to change. That is not going to change. I will die in my urn, in my coffin, whatever, ashes in the coffin, whatever. A Detroit Pistons fan. True. Been through a lot of losing to get back to being respectable in the NBA, enjoying it. Oh, man. But, it's an interesting question here. That stat right here is came out after the game on the last game, Rockets home game, went over the Hawks. I wanted to share that little tidbit of information. Jalen Green, young man, he's playing well. He's improving. He's not perfect, but he's improving, and he's showing a willingness to get better. And tonight's game, family, Jock Landale played. Let me give Jock and his stats some attention. But 9 Rockets played tonight. 4 guys off the bench played. Y'all know who did not play? Just saying. Again, he did not play. But Jock Landale, 10 points, 3 boards, 1 steal, 1 turnover, off the bench. Tari Eason, 15 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, off the bench. Jabari Smith Jr., 11 points, 9 rebounds, off the bench. And Mr. Aaron Holiday got some run. 2 points, 12 minutes. But those were the 4 guys that played. Y'all know who did not play off that bench. Just saying. I think the writing's on the wall. I think he sees it. He knows it. Barring an injury, Mr. Whitmore not going to play a lot the rest of this season. Playoff time, unlikely, barring an injury. And even then, who knows? But very true. Very true. Appreciate it. Alp 11 for 13 from the free throw line. That deserves a round of applause for Alperen Şengün making 11 of his 13 free throws. Hope it becomes a trend. A trend. But stat line for Fred, just 4 points, 1 for 10 overall, 1 for 7 from 3. He did have 6 dimes, 2 turnovers. One of the issues, I mean, part of the post-game show, you find things to critique. A few times too many in the game. Fast break points, Utah 2014, but there were a few times in the game the Rockets didn't match up on defense. It was like they didn't know who they were supposed to guard. After made buckets. So that's something to correct, point out post-game in the video sessions. But again, it's a win. I touched on it. Like I said, tonight, Rockets, I don't know if they covered. I don't know what the line was. If it was 11, if they covered that or not, I don't know. But they won because it's soloed. Referencing here, the Lakers were up, I want to say 115, 110 with 12 seconds to go and lost. They lost on a buzzer beater, a half court, 47 foot beyond half court shot by Josh Giddey. Lakers should have beat the Bulls. They didn't. Bulls are playing better. But Lakers lost to the Bulls. Rockets beat Utah. So there are issues and things we can point out, like the Rockets' lack of transition defense, not matching up, taking their foot off the gas, the open lane to the drive to the paint a few times too many. But it was still a 121-110 victory and a road win for the Rockets. And that's what matters. And I'm looking at the score here, keeping up. Arizona's making one more push, only down 7 to Duke. So maybe another Big 12 team can make the Elite Eight. That'd be an upset. Big upset. But Josh Giddey, I think he had a triple-double. Trying to get paid. He's trying to get paid this offseason. But once again, some of the numbers from tonight. Alperen Şengün, 33 points, 10 boards, 11 for 19 from the floor, 11 for 13 from the free throw line, 2 assists, 3 turnovers. Jalen Green, 21 points, 4 for 10 on 2s, 4 for 10 on 3s. Missed 2 of his 3 free throws, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 turnovers. So that's a 3-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. I can accept that. I like that. Take 3-to-1. Amen Thompson with 15 and 10, plus 5 assists, 7 for 11 overall. Made a 3-pointer. Good to see him back. So the sprained ankle that kept him out Tuesday was not too serious to keep him out back-to-back games. That's good. And this is part of, we talk about Rockets record. But yeah, look at that. Lost both times to the Nets, 2 to the Jazz, 1 to the Hornets, 1 to Portland. Yeah. And they're still 48 and 26. So you cut those bad losses in half, they already have 50 wins. Man. But we're talking after a win, number 48 for the Rockets. Utah's bad. You, you, Utah is bad. They've really gone youth. Announced earlier today that Jordan Clarkson had surgery to correct his plantar fasciitis, so he's out for the season. He probably was going to be out for the season anyway, as they play the youngsters and the youth movement continues and goes into full swing. But here's WK finishes the stat. Lost twice to the Nets, 2 to Utah, 1 to Portland, 3 to Sacramento, and 1 to the Hornets. So that's 2, 4, 5. That's 9. That's 9 L's right there. 9. But everybody chiming in. Ayush, you were not a part of the family prior to this season, so I'm going to ask you now. Be honest. How many games did you think the Rockets would win this season? Be honest. WK, I think you had a number before the season, but remind me, what was it, Solo? Well, Solo, I think you were right around 48 to 50. And I thought you had lost your mind. I thought you were going to be wrong as days long. That's yeah, WK, is that right? They only lost once to Utah, right? They didn't lose twice, did they? One time in Utah? Because tonight was a revenge game, right? They haven't lost twice to them. Are you should being honest? 40. I thought 42 max. So they passed both of us. They got that. Jamon said 44. Past that. You know who I'm missing? Who we're missing? Mr. Correct. Mr. 33 wins for a while. He hasn't been able to join us in the conversations lately. Chosen One said 45. Past that. Man, I appreciate y'all's honesty. So, Rob Cortez. Rob, you said prior to the season, Rob, you thought they'd win 53 prior to the season? If you did, I hope you went to the racetrack or bought some lottery tickets, man, or hope you bet on that number. Salute to you. You know, but hey, and if you would have been part of the conversation way back then, I would have thought you were lying, thought you were smoking something, and asked you to share with the class. You know, so hey, but salute. 48 to 53. You said at least 48. Well, let me give you some props. And part of my rationale for 42 or so was because of the West being so competitive. I thought the Rockets would take more lumps in the West. And, you know, this one, that loss to the Hornets, yeah, that was like, ooh, what happened here? You know, this is true. And it's I'm gonna tie it together. You know I'm going with a Solo. Rocket fan deserved it after the Silas era, and the Detroit Pistons fan deserves this season's turnaround after that garbage Monty Williams put them through during his era, his era reign, the Monty Williams era. But Rob says it makes sense if we take a step back. This team is built with a second overall pick, third and fourth, not counting Reed, two dudes that were the steals of the draft and have a top coach. Jamon, I'm still waiting on the matchup, though. Still waiting on the matchup. We'll win at least one playoff series. Udoka will show how good of a coach he is in the playoffs. I'm not convinced yet. I'm just not convinced. Rockets lost to Jazz first game of the season. Yeah. End of February. Let's see. That was a long time ago. First game of the season was Charlotte, though. Right? Regular season, yeah. First game of the season was Charlotte. That home loss, because that was, yeah, first game, first regular season game was the 110-105 loss to Charlotte, and then they lost to Utah last month in Utah by 9, 124, 115. So yeah, because they play Utah one more time on what is the 4th next week. Next, what is that, Friday? Friday, next Friday. No, Wednesday, the 2nd. So coming up April 2nd. That's right, before April 3rd. Yep. All right. Young guys have played well. Ayush doesn't care. It's Rockets, just want to be competitive. I expect them to be competitive. I would be disappointed if they were not competitive in their first round series, regardless of the opponent, because of their style of play and who these guys are and have shown to be so far. They compete, they play hard, they're aggressive, they're active on defense. That's how they win. So if they are not competitive in that first round playoff series, that would disappoint me and surprise me. And then made me wonder what the hell happened between the end of the regular season to the playoff, and that'd be a flame out if they lost and weren't competitive. But that is a few weeks away. 8 games left in the Rockets regular season. They stand with a record of 48-26. The Denver Nuggets are 46-28. Lakers 44-29. Memphis, same thing, 44-29. The Clippers, James Harden and Kawhi Leonard, they're starting to play better. I mean, they're looking good. Not starting to, playing well. Win over the Knicks. Golden State, 41-31. Kind of missed Steph Curry. Who knew? This, on paper, makes sense. Rockets, Clippers, first round matchup. This also, your statement here, I kind of agree with. And I know people will, I was going to say, Jamon, it's not accurate to say Harden always chokes in the playoffs. That's not accurate. He put up some good numbers. He may have choked in a game of a series, but for an entire series, that's not always accurate about him. But I'm going to say this. It would be very James Harden for him to make it his mission to beat the Rockets in the playoffs in a 7-game series. I mean, franchise, family here, friends here. He might be bitter toward the organization, whatever, even though he forced his way out of here. James Harden might try to prove a point and, say, hey, I'm the franchise. I'm still this. Blah, 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 blah. That would be an entertaining series. It'd be a fun matchup. I'd like to see how Ime defends Harden, what he draws up, who I'd like to see Amin Thompson guard Harden, Tari guard Harden in the playoffs, all that kind of stuff. That'd be a fun one. So well, Jamon, where I'm going with this. whether he's eliminated or not, James is still going clubbing. Regardless, he's still going to go clubbing. still, win or lose, he's still going to go clubbing. I don't believe that's changed out of his system yet. Rob, bring this up. That infamous Game 7 versus the Warriors, he played well enough to keep us in it. He had 2 4-point plays wiped away by Scott Foster. This is also true. Golden State just lost Gary Payton II indefinitely with an injury. So that hurts their depth. And I'm going to say this as well. I was thinking this too. Kawhi Leonard in the playoffs. Kawhi and James Harden. As healthy as possible, Kawhi and James Harden. Ty Lue's a hell of a coach. That would be an entertaining series. I kind of look forward to that. We can talk about that one and chop that out a lot of different ways. And I know you guys are Rocket fans, and many of y'all are diehard Rocket fans, but I think that it would not be unanimous from y'all among y'all picking the Rockets to win that series. I think a majority of you would, but I don't think it'd be 100%. That'd be a fun one. You says he doesn't want to see Kawhi or Steph in the playoffs as a Rocket fan. So I'm looking forward to the playoffs. Talking playoffs. Rockets are in the playoffs. It's been a while. Hopefully, the playoff bug will start spreading around the city of Houston and the fans will believe and go to the games. Come on. But Rob says makes this statement, caution everyone not to be scared of whatever team. It's the same argument before the season, asking which team was going to drop for us to make the playoffs. Fair. At some point, it ain't about other teams. And I mean, this is an issue to a Kawhi. Would he be healthy enough to play the entire series? Fair. All right, that's going to do it because tonight, Rockets toyed with Utah. Jazz made a few runs. Rockets took a few naps, but they ended up winning by 11. They're off until Sunday. Tweak a few things. Thank you, Rob. Appreciate this. Work on the defense. There were too many breakdowns defensively for me. I'm a defensive guy, so that's kind of what I hang my hat on is defense. They didn't match up on defense. They got beat with too many cherry picking baskets from got to fix that kind of stuff. Got to fix that stuff. So, and it had those issues, but they still won. And that's the bottom line. Much, much better to learn after a win than have to learn after a loss. So Alpi Şengün, he was 11 for 13 from the free throw line tonight. Does anyone want to bet pretend money that Alpi will, let's say, if he attempts at least 7 free throws on Sunday, at least 7, will he miss 2 or less? So 7 attempts and up Sunday against Phoenix, will he miss 2 or less? Does anyone want to bet pretend money, their pretend money, that Alpi would have another back-to-back great nights from the foul line? Anybody? Anybody want to bet me some pretend money. Let's call it some Let's Talk Houston Rocket money, pretend money. Anybody want to place that bet that Sengun will miss 2 free throws or less in Sunday's game out of 7+ free throw attempts? Hell, I'll even make it lower because Jalen Green tonight was 1 for 3. So, period. Does anybody want to place the bet of pretend money that Alp will miss 2 free throws or less Sunday? Anybody? Jamon says, does that include free throw shooting? Are you going to take that pretend money bet? Jamon, do you think Sengun will miss 2 free throws or less? Okay, Jamon, all right. Jamon says, yes, he will miss less than 2 free throws. Let me see if I have the sound clip. Jamon, is that a guarantee? Are you guaranteeing that? He knows. He remembers. He remembers it well. All right. Because I asked that because since he guarantees it. Guarantee. All right. The chosen one. He says no, thank you. But all right. Jamon, I'm gonna do it one more time, and that'll be it. He guarantees it. Okay. Guarantee. Remember this because there will be another Let's Talk Houston Rockets show this Sunday night. I can't guarantee it yet, I guess. Yeah, let me back up off that. Because Solo says yes as well. Okay. I'm knocking on wood. The Cougs win their game tomorrow, Friday night, to get to the Elite Eight. They're going to play Sunday, but I don't know what time. So there's a chance. I don't really know. Remember how late the Sunday starts are for those games to get to the Elite Eight. I'm not sure, but if it's late, a late start, then we would have a Let's Rage Cougs post-game show rather than a Let's Talk Houston Rockets post-game show. But if it's early, we'll do both. So as usual, subscribe to this channel. Click on the bell so you can be notified when new shows are posted. And we'll have show 1 or 2 shows, hopefully on Sunday. Cougs win tomorrow. You're going to have 2, hopefully. But Jamon, Solo, the chosen one, Rob, keep them coming, Rob. Don't be a stranger, my man. Appreciate you chiming in. But for sure, you are part of the discussion for tonight's show after tonight's Rockets win over Utah. Remember, Jamon and Solo stated that Rockets Suns on Sunday, Al P will miss 2 or fewer free throws in that game. Remember that. All right. All right, Solo, even with pick late lottery, would you want both? Either one of them? Malucho Knipple? Because late lottery, I don't know if Rockets should keep that pick if it's late lottery. Top 3 pick, keep it. After that, I don't know. But we can discuss that rest of the season, off season, up to the draft, all that good stuff as well. All right, everybody. It's my pleasure as always. Thank you for taking time out of your late night to talk Rockets with me. I appreciate it. Final score once again, your Houston Rockets. And I am right. It's always good to beat the Utah Jazz. Rockets 121, Utah 110. Rockets improved to 48-26 on the season. 8 games to go in the regular season because they will be in the playoffs. So for Solo, Rob, WK, Jamon, Chosen One, Ayush, and everyone who commented, who watched the show, participated in the show, come again, tell a friend, bring a friend next show. And Sunday, let's see if we can have a little, if you're old enough, if you're old enough, have you an adult beverage with you as we discuss the Rockets Suns on Sunday. As always, thank you for your participation in these Let's Talk Houston Rockets shows. It's my pleasure. I enjoy doing them. I enjoy talking hoops with knowledgeable basketball fans like you guys are. So once again, salute. And lastly, spread the word about the Houston Roundball review on YouTube. There'll be more college content the next couple of days, hopefully, Friday and Saturday, and then Sunday, hopefully, about the Cougs. And then we'll talk Rockets again. But as always, since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.
Game over.